I thought I was done starting over. I really did. I had a build that worked. I knew where to stand. I knew what buttons to press. I knew how to stay alive. And there's a strange comfort that comes with that. Not confidence exactly. Comfort. But comfort is a strange thing in Elden Ring, because the moment the struggle fades, the learning usually goes with it. So I did something that scared me. I let go of the thing I was good at. Not because the game demanded it, but because I did. This isn't a story about getting good. It's about choosing to be bad again on purpose. That choice didn't come out of nowhere. It came from the way I've always approached games like this. When I start a fantasy game, I don't really experiment. I don't browse the menu wondering who I might be. I already know. I'm a mage. That's where my imagination goes in every fantasy world. Power that comes from knowledge, from patience, from understanding the rules before breaking them. Except Skyrim. Somehow, every single time I become a stealth archer, I don't plan it, it just happens. But Elden Ring was different. Magic didn't just fit the fantasy. It fit where I was as a player. Magic gave me space, distance from danger, time to read what was happening instead of reacting in panic. And when you're new to a Souls game, that space matters more than people like to admit. My first playthrough was hard. Not fun challenge hard, survival hard. I used summons from the very beginning, because I needed them. At first, I wanted to beat the game because my son challenged me, and I wanted to prove I could do it. Not just to him, to myself. There were moments early on when I genuinely thought maybe this game just isn't for me. But every time I leaned on a summon, every time I survived a fight I didn't think I would, I learned something. Not mastery, but familiarity. Those tools didn't rob me of the experience. They gave me access to it. The second time through, everything changed. Same build, same approach. Completely different player. I knew enemy patterns. I understood spacing. Wasn't panicking anymore. I kicked ass. For a while, that felt like success. But something else crept in. Nothing scared me anymore. And in these games, fear teaches you things comfort never will. So the third time, I made a decision. Not to change who I was playing,
Not so bad.
but how much I leaned on support. No summons. Every boss. It was slower, more punishing, and deeply satisfying. But even then, something kept nagging at me. I was still fighting from a distance. There's a lot of talk about intelligence builds being easy. And look, I understand where that comes from. But I've always lived by this rule. I play the way I play, you play the way you play. That belief hasn't changed. What changed was my curiosity. I wasn't asking what the community thought. I was asking myself what would push me next. By New Game Plus 3, I had my answer. Melee. And specifically, parrying. I'm bad at it. Historically terrible. Scares me. Because fear sounds like questions. What if I can't do this? What if I look ridiculous? What if I'm too old? Too slow? But that feeling, that's what learning felt like the first time too. Get good isn't a moment. It's a process. Summons weren't a failure. They were a step. Solo play was another. Melee is another. Parrying is where I am right now. Every one of those stages counts. Use the tools the game gives you. Learn with them. When you're ready, let them go. I'm not finished. I'm not good. But I'm learning. And if you are too, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Thanks for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Grandma.